Dos.
When do you want to get married? Today or tomorrow or the day after that? And why would you even marry? Keep in mind that you're still 14, 15 years old. Most people, especially people in first world countries such as the US, would say that people marry because they are in love, and around the age of 25, they're mature and responsible enough to marry the person of their choice without having to have consent of their parents. The reality is, not everyone marries for that reason, nor do they have the chance to marry after completing their education. In Zimbabwe, there are early marriages happening, and children are married at a young age, specifically girls. They are treated as objects and are binded to men, who could ensure their family's economic protection. The men that end up marrying the girls sometimes aren't as perfect or as nice as they seemed at first, because as soon as they get married, the men sometimes abuse their wives physically, other times mentally. The men are the ones obviously benefiting in the marriage, because they have someone to do all of the chores, as well as someone to please them as they wish. The girls are sometimes young as 12, but the average girl getting married is between 15 and 18 years old. Makanaka Wakatama, a woman who was impregnated at the age of 15, and many women like herself are sometimes impregnated and have to get married. They are stripped from their childhood and are forced to take care of their children. Ms. Wakatama stated, "With little knowledge of my rights as a girl, there were so many nights of forced sex and violence. I was young and naive. Currently, early marriage, which violates Article 16 from the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, is valued by girls being forced into marriage and also by the Zimbabwe Women Lawyers Association, who have been involved since July 10, 2014. The ZWLA, a non-profit organization, was created to make sure the world had justice and equality. Their mission is to develop, defend, and pursue women's human rights at local, regional, and international level through lobbying, advocacy, provision of legal services, legal education, professionalism, capacity development for primary benefit of women as well as children, and membership. With their mission in mind, they want to change the Marriage Act in Zimbabwe. Although the Marriage Act states that girls ages 16 to 18 aren't allowed to marry unless they have consent of their parents to enter into a civil marriage, these children are still being mistreated and forced into potentially harmful situations. In the past, the government has been taken to court by 2 Zimbabwean teenage girls, who challenged the government to raise the age of consent to 18 years old in January. According to the United Nations, 31% of girls in Zimbabwe are married before they turn 18. The percentage has dropped over the past few years because in 2012, the percentage of girls either married or impregnated was about 42%. Although the 11% drop may not be a huge difference in the 3 years that have passed, in the long run, this has become a step into the right direction. The 2 girls challenged Zimbabwe's highest court because, according to Mafu, they are seeking to raise the legal marriage age for girls from 16 years old to 18, the same as it is for boys. The lawyer, Bidi, tried to argue to the court that potential brides should be making their own decision. After the session, he told reporters, "There is a problem of early marriages in Zimbabwe. 1 in 3 women are marrying before the age of 18. 20% are being married or impregnated before the age of 15. So these are young children," he noted. Most of these girls come from poor background. You have a situation of a child carrying a child. Education attachments are curtailed. Empowerment opportunities are curtailed. So it becomes a continuous cycle of poverty. By Bidi telling this piece of information to the reporters, he was trying to convey the fact that cycle of poverty will never end unless the girls are given the chance to finish their education before married at a young age. Poverty and religion are 2 of the main causes of early marriages. Like Bidi mentioned, it's a continuous cycle of poverty. Poverty doesn't let girls finish their education because they have to help their moms with the chores and get food, which sometimes takes them a long time to get. Religion is also a huge impact in early marriage because the marriages are arranged between adult men and underage girls. Early marriages have been going on for a long time, and now that education is the only way to escape poverty, many girls have become educated of their rights, which have made them realize early marriages stripped them from their lives. Zimbabwe isn't the only country with early marriages going on. There are other developing countries with this human right being violated. When Council of Foreign Relations got a hold of surveys by the United Nations, they found that girls from rural areas are twice as likely to marry as children as those from urban areas. Child brides are most likely to be from poor families. Across many countries, young married girls are most often from the poorest quintile of the income bracket. And also, married girls are generally less educated, either for lack of opportunity or the curtailment of their schooling by early marriage. This is really wrong, and there are many parents that do this. Take Abdul Muhammad Ali as an example. He had a daughter of 9 years old, and all he had to say about his actions was, "I was really in need of money and thought it was a solution for their family." There are many organizations that want to be involved to try to decrease the amount of early marriages and eventually get rid of any illegal as well as legal early marriages. Thanks to organizations like ZWLA and Council of Foreign Relations, they have tried to get their policies across, especially to the Zimbabwean court. One of their policies is to get rid of people such as men and women with power to stop discriminating against or work to the disadvantage of women. This is a great policy because it doesn't just help women against early marriages, but also other rights that have been taken away from them for simply being women. According to the IMUNA, many societies encourage girls to end their educations early in order to get married, and this report suggests how ensuring girls stay in school can combat the problem of child marriages. 1 in 3 women are married before the age of 18. 20% are being married or impregnated before the age of 15. So these are young children, he noted. Most of these girls come from poor background. You have a situation of a child marrying a child. Educational attachments are curtailed. Empowerment opportunities are curtailed. So it becomes a continuous cycle of poverty. There are many thoughts on this topic, and many people agree that by continuing the early marriages, it leaves them behind with all the poverty. Instead of the family's thought of, by letting a daughter marry, the husband could help us raise and leave the poverty behind. But this thought is then smashed with reality. Coming up with 3 realistic, achievable, and forward-thinking goals for Zimbabwe to advance the human right is easy, but to make sure they actually do it is the hard part. My recommendations for Zimbabwe are making laws that enforce all girls, including ages 15 to 18 years old, to have an education. Make all early marriages illegal, no way of avoiding the law, and also to secure all rights for girls and women. By Zimbabwe's government enforcing all the girls, including ages 15 to 18, to have an education, it will help decrease the amount of early marriages because most of the girls would be able to go to school. I know there would be lots of girls still marrying after they have their education at the age of 18, but of course there would be less. When the parents realize that education does indeed help their family take a step away from poverty, more and more families will be avoiding early marriages. Also, if Zimbabwe's government makes all early marriages illegal and not letting anyone void the law, such like they were doing with the Marriage Act, it would be seen a huge difference in the amount of people marrying at a young age. Not only should they make all sorts of early marriages illegal, but they should also penalize the people that are going through the process in a discreet way. This recommendation is really good in my opinion because there would be many families afraid of getting a penalty, and by getting a penalty would mean losing more than they would be gaining if this law was enforced. Then it would mean that girls going to school more, as in preschool to high school, wouldn't be as hard as they thought. Early marriages wouldn't even be a thought in their head due to all the enforced laws. Education really is the only way to leave poverty, and by leaving poverty there will be no need to have early marriages. Finally, by securing all rights for the girls and women, Zimbabwe wouldn't be seeing any early marriages because most girls wouldn't be old enough or mature enough to be involved in a relationship that asks too much for them. By girls and women having all their rights without people taking them away from them, they would be happier and no early marriages would exist. Thank you.